Okay guys, welcome to my practice video. It's just me playing the piano slash keyboard, that's it. I'm just gonna do whatever I want and you may wanna listen to it or not. It can be hard for the ears, you know, sometimes. So stay if you want, leave if you want, whatever, doesn't matter. Yeah, here we go. I start with the C. Okay. Where's it? Yeah, that worked out well. You may recognize that that's something I looked up yesterday. It's actually very easy for a beginner to play, and so I'm practicing this. But I tried to leave my left hand and use my fingertips only instead of my pointing finger, index finger, sorry, pointing finger. English, Lucas. Okay. Yeah. I think too much, guys, that's a problem sometimes, you know. My head is everywhere, so I try to I figured yesterday I played this like crazy and I even made a little animation with that and I could do it well. So I thought, hey, I can do it now. But you need to practice. But I mean, this is always the case. If you learn something, you always, it takes, you make some steps, but in order to keep that and being good at this later on, you need to practice. You should not expect too much, and that's okay. That has to be that way, and that's also the fun part, kind of. It's a torture learning something you love. Even something you love is a torture. That's completely wrong. But it's also very rewarding, only if you learn something you actually love. It's always a torture if you have to learn something you don't like. That's that's a really tough one. If someone tells you learn a language or something, that's difficult. But if you love it, it's completely different. Okay. missed this one. So I try to complete the whole pattern and then I try to start again because it's actually doable, but I sometimes then stuck. But that's what kind of my goal, not necessarily, but try to yeah, it just, you know. So this is how the pattern starts. And I will tell you when it ends. It starts with that and actually ends with that, and then you can repeat it again. And I think this is an awesome practice. It's so hard for me. Sometimes I just keep thinking about everything, you know, and this is, I do not know what that is, so that I can feel how this takes out the focus, and that's super super me. Here we go. The fun part is actually, although I don't know if it's fun to listen, but it's not, I don't have to force myself, although you might think it's because I'm doing nothing but that. It's still rewarding because I like the melody. Yeah, that's still cool. I love it actually. Like, this is actually something I can say I love it. It's not the English where you say you love everything. This one I really enjoy that a lot. In English, that I love it is really a weird one. I'm using it too a lot, but it's really overused. But it's also okay. Not complaining about that. I actually recorded yesterday a video where I explained everything, but I don't like it as much, so I actually uploaded a video, but I didn't publish it because I don't know, I don't want to explain right now. It's just I want to share a little bit, or in the video I wanted to communicate a little bit I wanted to communicate. Yeah, this is really hard talking and playing. Yeah, I wanted to communicate how it is when you, you know, what the struggles are when you learn an instrument. That this is my first instrument I ever learned, and I wanted to communicate that, but and it was just babbling, and which is okay because that's how I am. But I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to draw the line because you don't know if it's when you say things. You just want to show what you can do, or you really want to share it, and I didn't know what I was doing. So a little, you know, the social media stuff sometimes feels weird. On the one hand, when you are a creative person, you just want to share your stuff, you know, and you also want to feel good about it, but you don't want to feel. You don't want to just rely on the outside, you know. So what I try to say, sometimes it's you have to figure out why you're doing things. You know, if you are doing that for yourself or for the audience. I think in my case, I'm not sure 100% what it is. There is a lot of hey, look at me, that's for sure. But there's also a lot of I wanna just do that, and I did stuff like making videos even before YouTube for my friends and stuff. So it's a mixture between look at me and also you know, some honest here's my stuff, I hope you like it nonsense. And yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, and sometimes, you know, when I record the video, I like it, but I don't know if it's me. Sometimes it's weird. It's a weird one. So that's why I try today to not to start making a good first impression. Instead of that, I'm just kind of dropping it. And share the practice. Also, when I do that, I'm not sure if you're still there, but if I do that, I think maybe there's someone like me who maybe is a little bit younger, but a person like me, I don't know, can definitely need some advice when you're younger. But yeah, see, that's what I mean. That's babbling. Anyway, and yeah. Okay, so far so good. There is another version which is much more difficult. I'm gonna change the pitch. See if I can do that today. I seem not very focused, but okay. So what I practiced, I think yesterday. Let's see if I can find the keys again. What was it like G B? Not so sure. Here we go. This one. So when my left hand is doing this pattern here and my right hand wants to do something different, I'm giving it a try. So. Maybe even higher. Yeah, that's super difficult. I practiced this one here the day before yesterday. Just this, and I couldn't do it. I think it was on Friday, I'm not quite sure, but I think it was Friday, today is Sunday. And I think the melody on the right hand is kind of the correct one, but I just made this a little bit up. I kind of probably modified it unintentionally, but I left it like that because it's a good practice, you know. I just did this one for I think 2 hours on Friday night. And at first I couldn't do it at all. This is the crazy part. And now I can do it kinda. And you can see the pattern sometimes, you know, although I can hold it a little bit now, it's still, when my right hand, the pattern right now is my left hand, and I'm a right-hander. No idea if this has something to do with it. But when I try to change the rhythm or the strength when I press harder, then my left hand is still affected, which is not really surprising, to be honest, because I mean, I think this is just a new movement, and I know from learning experience, from the English language, difficult things, new concepts in your brain, whatever it is, it just takes time. There's nothing you can do. It has nothing to do with intelligence. Like literally, it had absolutely nothing to do how intelligent you are. You can learn every language you love, but you need to spend time on it. That's all you need to do. Surround yourself with that and keep doing it, and you're gonna get better automatically. So you cannot even hurry this process up. So even, you know, if you love something, this really took, I mean, it's still not perfect, and I'm sure if I learn something new, it's the same again. It's just using hands independently of each other, and this is just playing around. This is also the cool thing, but I have to be careful, be humble. I mean, you know, for myself, because it's better. Yeah, when you learn something new, like trying to work, let your hands work independently. And this is a new task for your brain, and it needs time. It just needs time, but you can do it. Everyone can do it, because if you're a gamer, for example, I said this in my video too, which I didn't publish yet. Maybe I'll do it. I said this too. If you're a gamer, you're doing the same thing, only you don't realize that, or maybe you do. But when you play a shooter, for example, using, you know, your keyboard left hand, most people maybe, or it doesn't matter, and the mouse with the right hand. So okay. So I have only one song which I really want to learn. What you heard earlier is also a melody. You probably maybe recognize it. Between that, there's a little practice screwing around. That's something I love, you know, just like this one here and this one. It's very easy, and it's just, you know, that I don't have to think of it. Just that's what comes with the package, I guess. This is just coming with the fun rhythm. But a song I actually practice, I guess. I need to change. So this one I wanted to learn. It's not. I'm gonna play it for you. So maybe. No, nonsense. This is starter. This one, not this one here. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Oh, that was wrong. Okay, again. I see. Okay, I need to get used to this again, because yeah, the other melody is confusing me right now. Ah, that's interesting. See, because something that it's interesting. The other melody is really kicking in. So the G here, I should just hold it, but I can't for some reason. So I think let's try this again. Ah, crap. This is difficult. Yeah. So this is how far I came with this one here. Nonsense. Yeah, and again. Ah. That's really interesting. It's incredible. I'm completely confused. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, this one is difficult because yeah. Oh, so for this melody I just played. I try and playing it again. Yeah. Yeah. For this melody, I'm following the instructions of a YouTube video, and also for the simple version of what I played at the beginning, I found a channel which shows that very well. Yeah, I don't want to say I'm gonna put a link because I don't always like do everything perfect. But if you're interested, I mean, I would do it for you. I would do it for you. So, see. And that's also a thing. So I watched. Oh yeah, this one I also discovered. I found that, you know, sometimes you discover when you learn. In my case, I can only talk about the keyboard. Sometimes you encounter melodies which are very familiar, and if you think, that's that, and then you can play it a little bit, but you cannot complete it because, you know, you just discovered a little pattern of a familiar melody, something like that. So this one I'm gonna show is, I think it was this. So this I discovered and I thought, I know that. No, wait. Yeah, and so I'm getting more and more an idea of how that thing works. So I think a really good way of learning it, at least for people like me, is you know, get one template of a song you want to learn, a song you like, hopefully, and follow the instructions completely. But that's also very boring. It's really sometimes maybe the channel I found with the other, maybe I found a good YouTuber who explains it better, but if you just follow instructions, to me it's super boring. It's boring as hell, and that makes learning for me from books and stuff. I need to play. I always need to play. I cannot just listen and I'm not a theoretical guy. I need to see the practice, and I need to be able to play around. That's how I learn, by using it. I learn so much better when I use stuff. It doesn't matter if it's language, if it's Blender, animations. I'm playing the piano, I need to use that. And if I don't do that, I have trouble. So I lost my point. Well, I want to say something. So I would suggest, if you want to learn an instrument, pick only one song. Set yourself a goal and try to learn one song, but take time for that. Only learn when you feel like it, and if you don't feel like learning that, just screw around with whatever you can have. And I mean, you know, I'm not right now, I'm just playing something, I don't know what, because it's sometimes just fun to press the buttons. Press the buttons is fun, of course, it's fun. And it's also learning. You learn from both worlds, you know, from just playing around and also from following instructions. And because the instruction part is harder, I only do it if I, you know, okay, I can focus for 20 minutes, then I'm gonna do this. But if I don't feel like it, I'm just repeating what I've learned so far, like in this case, this one here. I see. And sometimes, you know, at least right now I don't want to watch the video and see. Yeah. I don't want to watch the video and learn more, which is good because I can still practice what I've already learned, because as you can hear, I'm not quite completely comfortable, so I can still practice that one until I'm so good at this that I can say, okay, I can now go a step further. So I'm taking it super easy, and the reason why I'm doing this is one, well, if I think I'm gonna be much safer if I'm using cover music, which I can create myself for my animations. So that's one reason. But I think the real reason is because I always love music. I loved it as a child, and I loved it so much, and I wanted to always sing, couldn't speak the English language, especially when I was younger, when I was 16 or something. I never learned it at school because I went to a different school. I went to a bunch of schools and I never learned English, so I could never really. I wanted to sing, but I couldn't. Well, I did not know what I was singing, you know. So I was just kind of guessing the tone of a song, and that. Yeah. So I was not able to sing a song in English, and I love the English language. So I think this is all. This is the. Yeah, it's a huge part of it. So now that I can talk and and read the English stuff, maybe I'm gonna be able to also sing at some point, but more for myself than right now at least. I mean, I'm not ready for that. So we'll see about that in the future. But I also love animations. Animations I found. And Blender, I fell in love with Blender. Creating stuff is awesome, and it's a good outlet for me because it's constantly have something which I can work on, and that's great. But I think that yeah, I don't know well, we'll see. I mean, a plus definitely already is if I'm going to, let's say, if I'm ever gonna sing, I don't know. That really depends. But one thing I can do something with this already is using my own music, later on. At least that's already something of use, which is a plus. Although I don't actually know how the copyright thing works with cover music, but I think my understanding from guessing, which I shouldn't rely on, is you cannot make money with that. Okay, that's fair enough, but you can at least cover a song when you play it yourself, and you can upload it, so it's your interpretation or something. So I think that, but I should maybe look this up. The copyright system sucks anyways. It's such a bullshit system. It's stupid. It's also that copyright is protected, like your whatever you create is protected. I think in Germany at least it was like this for 70 years. No, for 70 years. And this is way too long. It should be maybe 5 to 10 years if you ask me. After that it should be free for the public, because this is how we all learn. We as humans, we do nothing but copying each other, and to to regulate that in this stupid way, it's too much. It's just benefits the corporations, not even the individual artist. But anyway, that's just my opinion on that, because I want to use the music of other people. I know. But also good practice I did. I still have to do this. I started in June last year. I bought this keyboard here. And then I moved into a different city, and 3 weeks ago I picked it up, the thing again, and since then I played every day, almost. Yeah, this is exactly what I said in my last video. Yeah, I do not know. So yeah, before I moved I already had fun with it. I already started to learn the one song, and I also put some tape onto my keys. I put some leathers onto my keys. So there's a G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I followed instructions on another YouTuber, a female YouTuber. Why does it matter? I don't know. I just said it like that because she was a female YouTuber, and she did that. She showed how you can tape or mark the keys with the right letters, and this is helpful for beginner, definitely. I do not know why a keyboard is not coming with that anyways. Is it insulting to the artist if you I don't need keys. I don't need to know the letters. I'm a pro. Yeah, good for you. Good for you, my friend. If you ask me, every keyboard should come with the letter. I mean, some keyboards, they come and they can even play for themselves, but I wonder if they come with letters on the keys. I mean, I'm talking about the playing piano keyboard, not the. Yeah, that would be fun. A keyboard for the computer, a computer keyboard without letters. Yeah. So. Yeah, this is what I also did. So right hand is trying to wait. Maybe I should start here. And now the left hand too. Let's see if I can do it. Let's see. Yeah. Wait, nonsense. Here we go. Like so. Yeah, this is still difficult because this will take 2 years. And about the other, I mean, right now I just use the white keys. There are also the black ones here. So I kind of understand what they are good for. I think so a little bit. I mean, they can, with combinations, make a good sound, like in this case. This is, but they are still weird to me. I cannot really connect them on my own, you know. If I do that, if I try to play the white and the black keys, like without following any fluent melody, it's difficult. Because I mean, I get the idea. I think that you can amplify certain sounds, and every tone has every white key has his black colleague, or vice versa. Something like that, or you know, like they are connected somehow, which is a good thing, huh? I think so. But yeah, I don't really know how I can connect them very well. For that I need to practice well. But that's why it's good to also follow a video. Try something else. This is something. Wait. Let's go a little bit higher. Chotomatisen. Gut. Moment, guys. Son? Hi. Okie dokie. Was just a question about my chili con carne. I know that's where was I here? Chili con carne makes me. Wait, let me play something to that sentence. Chili con carne makes me hot. Yeah. So anyway, where was I here? I do this very often. Just yep, I have to be patient. Not everything you do is sounding good, you know. That's also a thing, you know. When you it's at least when I do that when I learn something and I make some progress, I think, oh, that's awesome, which is good because it keeps me going. But then I also think, I can do that. Maybe then I'm, you know, you think you make a good sound, and then you think you can do it, and then, you know, you're being reminded that you're still learning by making weird sounds. Yeah, like I said, 2 years minimum, probably 4 years until you be okay, and even then you need to keep practicing. Yeah, the what you see, the MPC Beats, this is a program that just came with the keyboard I bought from Amazon. It's an Elysis V49 keyboard. And I think it was like €100, something like that. Also yesterday I looked up, there's a different way of playing the first melody I played, but it's super difficult because you have to spread your fingers weirdly. Let's see, where is it? How was that? I think like something like that. Yeah. No. Yeah, is difficult because you have to spread your fingers. Yeah, and it's also different. So it's this one. If I want to play that, I have to practice hard. But right now, I wanna, you know, keep things simple, have some fun, and try to. This is difficult because then you have also make a jump if you wanna. Yeah, and about notes, I have no idea about notes. I mean, I have now an idea, at least because of the letters here. But when I see a music book, I get instantly bored. And also when I listen to someone, like a musician, describing things in this boring way, like you know, explaining. I don't know. It's really hard for me. I'm not a book guy. I don't like reading. I have to sometimes, and it helps me if I do that. But I can't just do that because it's really boring. And sometimes it's when people give you too much information. That's actually the part where I really get frustrated and also mad, because I think it's not necessary. There are so many good tutorials for sure, but there are so many bad tutorials, and to me a bad tutorial is if someone it doesn't matter. You probably saw, maybe I can blur that out right now. What time is it? 48 minutes. Yeah, if I get famous I maybe should start blurring out some information. Yeah, that was my GOG friend. So yeah, I'm getting mad at tutorials when the tutorials you know, or not just tutorials, whoever explains things unnecessarily complicated and uses words which really cannot make any sense to someone who is just starting out. There are two options why the person is doing it, to me at least. One, and that's the best one, is if the person doesn't know that. So someone is trying to explain something to you and overwhelms you with information but doesn't do it on purpose. That's something I can forgive. That's okay. Some people, it's hard for them to especially if you are an expert on something for a long time, the longer and the better an expert you are in something, the harder it is to understand how it feels to just starting out with learning. And that's okay, because you know the person, it's not on purpose. The other one is someone who just tries to show off, and that's, I mean, boy, I hate this. I hate it so much. I mean, I also try to show off in my stuff because everybody has an ego, and I also, you know, also when I play, look at me, the thing. But at the same time, I had to learn that it needs to be in balance. So you need to have this a little bit of showing off, fine, okay, but you also need to be humble. And now remind yourself that you know, it's not everything is just, you know, good because of yourselves, but because of a lot of circumstances. And yeah, so you need a mixture, a balance. But there's some people who just, you know, want to show off, and this just sucks. Yeah, they want to just feel better than you, and that's not helpful for no one. Not for the person himself, not for the one who wants to learn. So yeah, And then there are good tutorials when you explain things as simple as possible without using special words. Use the special words with other experts. That's what they are, where they are belong. Special words like Hakuna Matata belong only to, I guess, Disney. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, let's try this one again. See, when I try to create the pattern here again, let's do this proper. I think this one, yeah. When I try to create a pattern with my left hand, sometimes I press stronger. And then also I want to press stronger on the left hand. So this is still, you know, this will take forever. I know that already. And that's also, I think it's something like that. Nee. Nee means it's a casual 9, which is no for in the German language. Like nee means 9 means no. Yeah, anyway. So yeah, I think it's like that. Yeah, but I'm not sure. No, I'm gonna show you something. Look at me here. Oh boy. This one I like. This one I discovered myself, but I'm sure it's not something unique because it's too easy. But it's a lot of fun. And if you discover melodies yourself, it's even more fun because it's even more rewarding. You realize, oh, what's going on? Yeah, so let's change the position, Lucas, and let's try it. With the left hand and the right hand, it's getting better, but it's still difficult, of course. But I also remembered how hard it was to just again to just do that. And also what is hard sometimes, I think it's good if you have to practice this until your left hand is doing it automatically. I really believe that's where it's going, so that you don't have to think about it. I think that's the case. I'm not sure yet because I'm still learning and I'm discovering it while I'm learning. But right now also the tempo changes sometimes, you know. So to keep that tempo is also an interesting thing. That's really interesting, but it's okay. It doesn't have to come. You know, this one I think, yeah, it's gonna be cool if I can do it, and it's helping me to create cool music. But it's also okay if I'm not being able to do this because there's so many ways to make fun music. Okay, let's try my very first song again. La 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 la, and here we go. And you maybe recognize this song. that's because I'm a kid of the 90s, you know. Boom, boom, boom. So what time is it actually? How long? Oh, it's an hour already. Oh, we should maybe do that again. Yeah, let's do this again. Oh, maybe this one. Yeah, this one's still... This is hard because I need to look for the proper keys and you have to press a lot of keys at the same time, but it's a good practice. I mean, the song is nice, awesome, but learning this one is the most difficult song I wanna learn for myself, at least, because I have to use a lot of those black keys here together with the white keys, and this is really well, it's a good practice, that's for sure. And the melody is awesome. It's a good melody. Yeah. It's funny how you can hear that it's wrong. That's cool. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's basically this one gives me trouble when I the D here. So it's done. And then this guy. I could practice a little bit just doing this. Just a little bit so that I can... I don't think so. Yeah. And also the melody from the beginning, I also tried to play that with the eyes closed because it's easier. So this one here. This one is the melody from the beginning. I also looked the video up for that. Let me, you know, the awesome guy on the internet. Let's see. Yeah, this one here. This one is actually possible to play it with the eyes closed because you don't have to move your fingers a lot, and it's a good practice. But it's a lot harder if you don't see the keys, obviously. So I'm gonna give it a try. Okay, C, G, C, E, don't have to say it. I can feel it now. Look at me. Okay, wait, I can do it. Wait, I'm getting ready. Okay, I'm closing my eyes. You have to trust me. Oh, was already wrong. I mean, it was good, but I should have changed that. Okay, again. It's harder, but I can do it. No, crap, again, one more time. Okay. Okay, I got it. It's so difficult right now. But I did it before, so I know I can do it. But it's just a matter of time. Let's do it again. Right. And positioning I can look, but then when I start I close my eyes. Positioning, okay, yeah. Okay, that was one key better. Okay, again. Yeah, okay, and again. No. Yeah, this happens often that sometimes it for a slow period of time it is really well, and then it goes away again. But that's okay. This is also good practice. So you could say, yeah, we do it all the time, but well, I think it should always be fun. So if it's tiring you out, change it. The same with the language. It's if some way, if you learn in some way, and the way how you learn is tiring you out, change the way. Keep learning, but change the way. You know, if you, for me as an example, I did my own pronunciation lessons. For the English, so I picked a YouTube video, and I repeated every day 20 minutes something for 20 minutes someone in a YouTube video, native speaker. And when I got tired of this, of watching the same video, because when you do that, you are only able to, maybe, let's say you have a 20-minute video and you practice 20 minutes also every day to repeat what the guy or the girl is saying in the video. Then now I think about gender. Oh boy, internet, thank you very much, internet. Yeah, then you actually are only able to, the pronunciation lesson will only reach maybe 2 minutes or 3 minutes of the whole video. So what I did was basically, then I picked a video, I think it was Trevor Noah back then. I repeated him a little bit in his show. Picked one video and I tried in 1 week to repeat the pronunciation, or to practice the pronunciation, and to complete one video, let's say, like in that way. But sometimes I got tired of the video, and you need to change the video, for example, or yeah, I mean, pronunciation lesson is kind of important, so that this way was working for me, although I sometimes it's not always fun. I screamed a lot into the Google Translator, like, oh boy, like really, because it's so frustrating. When I started to learn English, the translator wasn't so good even as it is now, so it got a lot better. But if the Google Translator didn't understand my English, that was so frustrating. So I kind of yelled at him. What I mean, I yelled every time at him or her, whatever this thing is, or whatever it becomes now with the AI. But that's okay to me, because it's a computer. I can yell at the computer. He can, you know, he can take it, or she or it can take it. That's my opinion. That's why I'm gonna be screwed in the future, because the Terminator will come for me for sure. Yeah, you know, when I was younger, I watched the I, Robot movie with Will Smith. Still a great actor. I don't know what's going. I mean, I get it, but at the same time, man, you know, who doesn't have a bad day? And it wasn't. I mean, everybody survived, so you should just apologize. Say sorry, I screwed up, and that should be it about it. Fucking Oscars, who cares about that anyways? I don't know. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, I, Robot. Back then, when I was younger and I watched that, I believed, yeah, maybe a robot could feel. I think differently now. I think a robot and AI will be or is already maybe ready to imitate human emotions to the point that you cannot distinguish that from real feelings. But I truly believe those feelings are simulated perfectly, but not real. It can never be real, because you can't teach something you cannot really describe. So we cannot describe a feeling we have. By that I mean we can only describe feelings by explaining if you know a feeling. So when I say my left hand hurts, which maybe is a bad example because I'm getting 40 years old, it's not a good sign, but let's just say I'm sad. Then you understand what it means, and I can explain to you, well, I can go further and can say, hey, being sad feels like, something's heavy and it drags me down. But I mean, this is not a good explanation actually. It doesn't. The only reason you understand what I'm saying is because you're a genius, because you understand my English. To be honest, the only reason why you understand is because you have the same feelings. You can feel it, and that's how we communicate feelings, which means we are actually not able to teach anyone a feeling, because we cannot describe that without the other person knowing what it feels or what it actually is. So that means, to me, we can simulate that. We can make a machine respond like it, exactly like we would, and it would completely mirror whatever, maybe even a whole person you can, to the point that that you cannot even, maybe we can make a copy of a real person, and the computer person would exactly react and behave like the real person if you take every concept of this human being in consideration. You could do that. I mean, it's if it's possible, but still it would not be real. It would just be a copy of it. It would just be something simulated, not the real thing, because I truly believe the feelings are not, we cannot teach that, how it feels to feel. We can only teach how we react when we have certain feelings. That's what we can do. And that's kind of cool, because that still is, makes us a little bit special in one way. Doesn't matter, because we're gonna be fucked anyways. It's okay though, it's okay. We are scared about the AI, but human beings are always scared about every new invention on this planet. Every invention was predicted to destroy human beings. There were claims about the train. I think so, at least. I've heard it somewhere. People thought, I've heard, when the train was invented, people were scared. Some of the people were scared that, I think, what was it, like the speed of 50 kilometers per second, which is, I don't know how many miles, anyway, people were scared that you're gonna die because the trains back then, the first trains would be too fast for human beings. Yeah, then TV came, computer games, machines in general, yeah, and we're still kind of here, right? So what I hate, piano music. There are some piano. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of, like, I don't like it at all. If I watch a YouTube video and there's something about, it's a sad topic or something, and it's being, and you hear even on top of the sad story, you're getting the music of the piano music, you know, a sad piano music on top of the sad story. Like, I mean, this is and sometimes it's just too much. This is not so. Yeah, I realize I get older and also more frustrated. It's true, but it's also okay. I mean, that's part of it. Yeah. Anyways, I think I'm done. So, only thing I have to remember, I need to blur out the thing, but only if I become like a huge YouTuber. As long as this is a benefit, as long as you are small on YouTube, you're safer, I would say. But later on, I mean, I'm not sure if this will ever happen to me. I thought about this, of course, everybody who is doing it. I'm not sure if I actually would like it. I would like it in terms of, you know, being successful, so that I know, okay, that is something people enjoy, as an you know, as a confirmation that you do a good job, you know. But I do not know if I would like it to be like big, you know. But for that, I cannot say that. I can only say that when this happens. If this happens, I tell everybody, screw you guys. I'm gonna get 1 million people, and then I say, you know what? I don't like none of you. I wonder why this has never happened before, actually. Someone who just says, you know what, audience, screw you. Don't need that shit. Well, I think it's because you're putting effort and work into that, and you saw how also, you know, I don't know, about the subscribing thing and then getting bigger. On the one hand, that's cool. On the other hand, it's a weird one to me. Yeah. See how nice you can babble than the completely nonsense. As long as you kind of play some melody, something, it sounds important. Anyway, okay, let's see. You know what? I'm not sure if I should upload this, but maybe I should. Who cares anyway? Okie dokie. So that's what I do basically since 3 weeks, playing this and that. Usually I don't talk, obviously, but I will at some point also try start to sing. And yeah, that's what I do right now. And I also try to play a little bit more, you know, figure things out. So I also try to sound kind of good. So it's always different when I record. I'm always a little bit different. I'm not completely the same person. This is, yeah, but I'm getting closer to it, at least, you know. It takes forever, but I'm getting closer. Maybe you know what I mean, maybe not, that's okay. Yeah. Anyway, enjoy your day. Auf Wiedersehen. Bye bye. I love you. welcome to Costco. I love you. Maybe you know that. Okay, anyway, bye bye.